Hey everyone, this is Loren from Donut Team, and welcome to the September 2018 status update. I'd like to begin by going over the members of our team that directly contribute to Donut Mod. Before I give this rundown, I think it's important to remember that while we all have our own individual roles, discussion amongst us is commonplace and major changes to the user-facing parts of the mod don't generally happen without at least a little bit of discussion. You already know who I am, so no introductions are necessary. My largest task on this version is the Industrial Zone map, though I also help write the mod's story, make various other art assets, and I also do some other, more minor things. Kenny also has a large task at hand. He handles the vast majority of the mission scripting, and by extension also contributes a great deal to the mod's story. Jake helps out with the story as well as frequently giving his opinion on missions and other additions to the mod. He also handles video editing for updates such as this one. George is our dedicated quality assurance guy. He gives lots and lots of input on just about everything that goes into the mod. Maka is making several new music tracks for the mod, primarily for use in level 4, though some of these can also be heard elsewhere. Tyler is the newest member of the team and just joined us recently. He's here to do original drawings for things such as Collector Card and some other 2D art assets. The drawings you see on screen right now are his work. Lucas makes very few direct contributions to the mod. I'd like to mention him here anyways for his incredible efforts in regards to making the tools that are used to create it. Several other people have also made contributions of various sizes to the mod over the years, and even recently, and I'd like to commend them for their efforts as well. Now, before we move into showing actual content from the mod, I want to put out this disclaimer that anything you're about to see is from a work-in-progress version and is subject to change or be removed entirely before release. In our last status update, I had mentioned that we had been focusing on upgrading the first level's missions from our last release of Donut Mod. Since then, we've continued to work on level 1, as well as making heavy revisions to levels 2 and 3. The clips you're seeing now are just a few teasers of these changes to come. Alongside today's status update, we'll be releasing a demonstration video of one of these revised missions to give some insight into the development of the mod. The Industrial Zone map has been a very ambitious and complex project. I believe it's come a long way since its initial inception, though this has not been without any self-reflection. What I'm referring to is earlier in May of this year, where I took a good long look at the map and decided that many parts of it were not nearly as good as they could be. I knew I could do better, so I took it upon myself to start redoing things one by one. Of course, this turned out to be a significant task, but I think it was absolutely worth pursuing. This involved throwing out models or entire areas that have been in the map for well over a year to try again in pursuit of better results. So far, I think this has been very successful. The map is now divided into 9 distinct zones, and I'm going to showcase the evolution of 2 of them today. The area previously known as the Slums has been formally renamed to the Rat's Nest, and has seen a significant overhaul. The screenshot on the left is a still from the April status update, whereas the screenshot on the right was taken just a couple days ago. In this zone, every single generic filler building was erased, and new ones were created to replace them. These new buildings have much more variety, both in shape and texture. There are also some new props, phone booths and wrenches littered across this zone, as well as a new landmark from the show that is not pictured here. The lighting of the level in general has also been made noticeably brighter. One other area I'd like to use to demonstrate the progress made is a more extreme case, the Box Factory. I want to show you 3 versions of this area today. This first screenshot is from June of 2016. In this version, the building is ridiculously huge and not very accurate to its appearance in the show at all. The surrounding landscape is also fairly empty and uninteresting save for the lake nearby. This second screenshot is from September of 2016. In this version, the building remains mostly the same with a more fleshed out interior. The main changes involve the surrounding terrain with the lake extending under the road, new trees, and the edge of the zone having a nice cliff instead of a dark stone wall. And now this brings us to today. This new version is scaled down significantly to something more reasonable, though it does lose the ability to be driven through. This building is very accurate to its appearance in the show now, right down to the exact number of panes and the open parts of the windows being identical to a specific scene. There's also the area around the Box Factory itself, which is entirely different now, though the small lake is a staple of the zone and it still exists today. I hope this showcase makes you excited for the improvements to all the other zones on the map. For the first time today, we'd like to preview a little bit of the mod's music that Maka has made so far. For today's video, we're going to refer to each of them as Mystery Track, though we're interested to hear what you think they're for. The last thing I'd like to talk about today is the trailer. So where is it, I imagine, is a question on many of your minds. We said it was coming soon in April, and then we released a short teaser 2 months ago, once again stating the same thing. I assure you we're not trying to bait or mislead you with this. We really did mean soon at the time. That said, this has not come to fruition yet, since I did not feel the industrial zone was up to snuff enough to showcase. I expected to have it to that point sooner than just recently, but alas, that was not the case. That said, I think the map is ready enough now, or nearly so, and you can really, sincerely expect this out soon. We cannot wait to give you some insight as to who the guy on the phone is and what his intentions are with March. Now before we go, I'm going to pass it over to Jake so he can tell you about a new test server for the Donut Team website.
Thanks, Loren. Hi, I'm Jake, and today I'm going to talk to you about our new website that we've been steadily working on for the past few months. Today, we're opening up a new public beta, which you can start using right now. The test site is available at new.donutteam.com. I'm looking for any and all issues, so get to it. You will need to register a new account on the test site as it uses a completely different data set than the live site. Please remember that this site is not the final one, we're still actively working on it. You can read the changelog in the link shared in the description. It's pretty easy to get started. Head over to the home page and then click Create an Account. From there, fill in your account information to get started. I think we should make a topic about my favorite thing, how bad the ending to Shrek 3 was. Now, obviously we need some help with this, so we're going to put help needed. And we're also going to mark it as a spoiler for those who want to actually watch that terrible movie. It's as simple as that. Now people on the homepage won't know what your topic is until they hover over it, and they won't get spoiled to how bad the ending to Shrek 3 was. And when you realize you don't want to talk about Shrek 3 because it will be unleashed upon innocent bystanders, you can delete your topic. Thanks for listening to me ramble about Shrek 3. I'm going to pass it back to Loren now so we can finish out this video.
Thank you all for tuning in, and we sincerely appreciate your patience when it comes to Donut Mod. You can discuss the mod or ask us questions about it on the new forum thread linked in the description of this video. We'll see you soon with the trailer, and then again next month for another status update regarding the project.